My Maldives Nightmare, a poem of broken promises, written in the ink of shattered dreams, by a heart that expected paradise but got purgatory. Oh, gather round, my fellow travellers, and let me weave you a tale so tragic, so unjust that even the coconuts wept. I, a delicate soul of refined taste and very high standards, embarked upon the embudu village malediven, a name that now tastes like expired sunscreen on my tongue. Act I, the arrival or how to ruin a honeymoon in 10 minutes, picture it. The plane lands, the Maldivian sun kisses my skin, and my heart flutters like a very expensive butterfly. But then the resort reveals itself, not as a jewel of the Indian Ocean, but as a sad imitation, like a child's crayon drawing of a 5-star hotel. The room so sweet suffering, walls literally peeling like sunburnt skin, paint flaking like my patience. The bathroom, a museum of rust. The showerhead wept rusty tears, as if mourning the death of hospitality. And the door didn't he close properly, inviting every lizard, spider and probably a ghost or two to waltz in uninvited. I hate uninvited guests, especially the scaly kind. Act I, the food or how to make a Michelin-starred chef faint in horror, breakfast, lunch, dinner, each meal a crime against gastronomy. The buffet. A graveyard of canned vegetables and something pretending to be fish. The texture mushy like regret, the temperature lukewarm like their customer service. And the taste. Imagine licking a saltine cracker that's been left in a damp sock drawer. That and the drinks, oh ho ho, water cost more than my dignity. And trust me that's expensive. Act I, the service, or how to train your staff to ignore you, the employees moved with the urgency of sloths on sedatives. Requests vanished into the void like tears in the ocean. Need a towel? Wait, want a question answered. Wait, need basic human decency. Ha, good luck. And the all-inclusive scammer, this was artful, they lied. Emailed us 40 per night, then surprise. Minimum 3 nights, like a villain revealing their evil plan after you trapped, diabolical. Act IV, the beach, or how to ruin the ocean, the sand, crowded, the water. Full of dead coral and sadness. The seabed, littered with sticks and leaves like nature's junk drawer. I wore water shoes not for fashion but survival. And drones, BANNED. Because why let guests capture beauty when you can force them to remember the ugliness instead? Act V, the escape or how to pay to leave your own misery. We fled early. Paid extra for the privilege. Because nothing says luxury like paying to escape your own vacation. Final thoughts or a warning carved in coral. Embudu village Maldives is not a resort. It is a tragedy in sandals. A scam wrapped in palm fronds. A masterclass in disappointment. To those who dare book here, may God have mercy on your soul. And if you do
businesses near Embudu village, Maldives, a disappointing reality if you're imagining a paradise where every shop, cafe, and spa near Embudu village matches the beauty of the Maldives, wake up. The businesses here treat tourists like walking wallets, some with more aggression than others. Let's start with the spas. Mandara Spa is a masterclass in discomfort disguised as relaxation. Reviews suggest that while the treatments might be decent, the experience feels less like a tranquil retreat and more like a marketplace. Staff push extra services relentlessly, because clearly your massage isn't complete unless you're also pressured into buying overpriced oils. Now the cafes. Seagull Cafe is the kind of place where dreams of a sweet, peaceful dessert go to die. Picture this: you stand at the counter ignored while employees make dramatic eye contact and do nothing. When they finally acknowledge you, expect rolled eyes, incorrect orders and ice cream portions so small they might as well be invisible. One visitor asked for a sample, only to be met with an attitude as if they'd committed a crime. And if you dare complain about your order, congratulations, you've unlocked a new level of rudeness. The food, sometimes edible, the service, a tragedy, the prices, a joke. Then there's Island Bazaar, where shopping feels like an interrogation. One customer described being outright yelled at by a salesperson while trying to buy a bag. The staff's manners, non-existent, their enthusiasm for customer satisfaction, somehow even lower. But the real horror show, Embudu village itself. Visitors expecting a serene island escape instead find hidden fees, broken promises, and rooms that look like abandoned summer camp cabins. Want an all-inclusive package? Great, except they'll suddenly demand a 3-night minimum once you arrive. Drones for aerial shots. Banned because why let tourists capture the beauty you refuse to maintain? And the rooms? Damp, crawling with reptiles, and occasionally missing basic amenities like shampoo or drinking water. One guest compared the oceanfront to a swamp, littered with debris, far from the pristine fantasy sold in brochures. So what's the verdict? Businesses near embudu village operate with a mix of neglect, greed, and outright hostility. The spa pressures you, the cafe insults you, the shop staff terrify you, and the resort, well, it might just ruin your entire trip. If you must stay here, pack patience and maybe your own snacks, because paradise, it's not in the service industry here. You know, I've been looking into crimes near embudu village, Maldives, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. There are so many scams and frauds going on. Like seriously, how can people do this to others? So near embudu village, Maldives, businesses are like super shady. They'll promise you the world and then just take your money and run. Like this one study abroad scam Zed International. They had an office in Mal, near embudu village, Maldives, and they'd promise students placements in universities in Sri Lanka, Malaysia, and the Philippines. But like they'd charge them 3 to 4 times the actual tuition fees. Can you believe it? And then they'd just keep the money and the students would be left with nothing. I mean, what kind of people do that? I predict that the students were so devastated when they found out they'd been scammed. Like they'd probably been saving up for years and then this happens. And the scammers, they just got away with it, at least for a while. The police eventually caught on, but I'm sure they'd already made off with a lot of money. And then there's this cryptocurrency storefront pyramid scheme, GMCE or GEMQ in Mal, near embudu village, Maldives. They'd promise people huge returns on their investments, and then suddenly they'd block withdrawals. Like 41,000 people, including police officers and lawmakers, were affected. Can you imagine? They'd invested so much and then just nothing. I predict that people were so angry and frustrated, and they probably felt so stupid for falling for it. And like, there are these fake storefronts in Mal, near embudu village, Maldives, that pose as legitimate retailers or service providers. They'd trick people into paying for goods or services that didn't even exist. Like, how can people be so cruel? I predict that the victims were so upset when they realized they'd been scammed. They'd probably been saving up for a long time, and then this happens. And oh my god, there are these medical supply stores in Mal, near embudu village, Maldives, that sell counterfeit or expired medical products to tourists. Like, can you believe it? They'd sell them fake products and then just disappear. I predict that the tourists were so shocked and scared when they found out they'd been sold fake products. They'd probably been trusting these stores and then this happens.